today's video, we are finalizing the arrangement of the kitchen, figuring out which cabinets we are in fact using, which ones we're not. We will be installing the new sink, fixing in place the base for the stainless steel countertop, and I talk a little bit more about the appliances, the whole dishwasher situation, what the insides of those unique fridge freezer switching unit, what that looks like. We are chugging along, we are making lots of progress, so let's get into it. Oh, and hi. Hey. Welcome to the video and/or the channel. Okay. If you're totally confused, this is video 4 of this renovation. The other ones, they're on the old channel if you want to check them out. Just thought I'd give that disclaimer. Okay, the video. Okay, so first things first was taking apart this kitchen island. If you've been keeping up, you will know that these are actually 2 individual cabinets that were built into a free-floating island in the previous kitchen where we got these cabinets. And given the plans had ever so slightly changed, we decided we were actually going to take this thing apart and use the bigger side, aka the one on the left, as additional storage next to the stove area. We do have that one little smaller cabinet with the pull-out prep top. This will be next to that. So it does extend the kitchen ever so slightly, but not so much that I feel like it's overtaking the whole room. Yeah, that wiggled something out.
I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
And, oh no, still got one there somewhere.
It's on that side.
Whoever this was, I like knowing because this would be someone I would hire in a heartbeat. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Up. Oh, the counter's.
Girl's gone wild. Counter's gone wild.
Took my shelf away.
Sorry, I think they're attached to the bottom.
Well, it might be for the base, so just pull that apart again for a second.
Yeah, they're attached to the bottom, not together.
So when you get them apart, I have to take it off the base.
Fuck! I figured that was going to be the case, but I
We should have
wasn't
said
going
it
to burst
to
your
me.
bubble.
Stand up here again.
Hey, why don't you?
Yeah, no, I'm just getting that away for now. Alright, we're carrying that in.
I figured, why not?
The girls that get it, and the girls that don't.
I heard it.
Okay.
The next day, I got started with tidying up some of the areas that we had been tossing all the junk from my old kitchen. I believe Daryl was working this morning, so I figured I would get a head start on things. Really can't remember because these were so long ago now. But yeah, I was just taking out some of the junk to the shed.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
I think they were doing a dump run in the coming days or that weekend or something. Plus there was going to be so much traffic back and forth, bringing different things in and out. It was just going to be really in the way. And plus, I think that my brother was giving some of the stuff that was salvageable to one of his friends that also does some reno stuff. So we didn't want anything to be damaged either. We had some really nice weather those days, but I think rain was in the forecast. So, killing many birds with one stone. I really hate that saying. I don't know why I keep saying that. Anyways.
Alright, I need your help for this one.
back brace was installed, it was time to get the countertop itself ready. While I haven't really touched on this since the original video, the plan was to use the wood from the old countertops as sort of like a base to put a stainless steel overlay on top. My brother has a guy that works for him that deals with stainless steel. He has one of these slide-on counters in a section of his kitchen. For this to work, you need the surface to be flat, which meant all that tiling grout had to go. This was now my job. And let me say, before I even knew just how challenging this task was going to be, I was dreading it and stalling incredibly hard.
They're a little fucky, but
I can hammer them, right?
yeah, I think you'll have better time frying them up than just smashing them, but also feel free to smash them, whatever, it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna try both. Jesus. Yeah.
Glued them down pretty good. We got that apart. Take this apart. Stainless right to this.
You want to take the tiles off of all of these things?
This one and just that one. There should be enough wood just out of this one and that one to do everything we need.
Is this
isn't
just
quite
plywood?
enough. I mean, it is just plywood, but that's $200 worth of plywood.
Okay, well, I just need to find another pair of glasses. I think I have old goggles from school or something.
I have some. I know where they are, actually.
Don't let the dogs in too.
Yeah.
I really think this is way more effort than what it's worth, but I'm also not the one fronting the bill. So, yeah. What the fuck is this upper piece?
They're lap goggles.
Very old lab goggles.
Very old.
Is this what like mine was using when you were going to mine?
Yeah, like 20 years ago.
Oh, technology has advanced. Okay, no. Ugh. Okay.
What you say? Oh, that you only meant well.
Ow. Okay, nope. I gotta go deal with this. I'll check back in when this is done.
I'm gonna cut the screws off it. I can't get most of them to come out, and then we're gonna bring it in.
Okay.
It's gonna extend right here, but the long arm, I was getting ready to cut that off. I realized if I don't cut that off, it can be the full singular straight piece all the way to here.
Okay.
Straight in through like this. Oh, just lay it right down.
Oh, what?
I'm not gonna cut this directly to length yet. I'm just gonna cut it out of the way.
Sure. Beautiful countertop. We don't even need to add anything. We'll just do it like that.
Perfect.
If I ever need to scrub anything, I can just like really aggressively rub it over the countertop and take anything right off.
Good to go.
It's looking nice. First up on today's agenda was getting the sinkhole cut out. This is the sink we went with. I use we a lot. This was a choice my brother did not make happily, but I asked if it were possible to get a deeper sink, as I wasn't 100% sure if the dishwasher was actually going to be working, and having a single sink in there as long as I did, I was like, oh, having a deeper sink would just be so lovely and great. And you know what? My wishes were granted. The price was quite insane. We will get into that. But yeah, it is a beautiful sink. I feel like I need to give him some flowers at the same time. I'm making little jokes here and there, but the fact that he's able to do all of these things himself and then is willing to and was flexible with changing the plan with me, even though it required more work, aka him doing more work, I will applaud him because, like, it's just crazy. So, round of applause for Daryl. Day 4. I think. I'm kind of losing track of time. It is Tuesday. It's not looking very different. In true renovation fashion, we've hit many a little roadblock, so everything is just taking longer than expected. Yes, ideally this would be like a functional kitchen by the end of today. That's probably not going to be the case. The sink will be working, which is like the main thing that I'm really wanting at the moment. But the dishwasher needs some different fittings that I don't think we can get today. It's Canada Day. Not something I celebrate anymore. Because of that, we can't get different things because everything's closed, obviously. But the sink is in. It's looking really nice. It's not actually attached because the countertops aren't in, but it will be functional, or it should be functional, by the end of day, which is the biggest thing. At the moment, I'm not even like making food here, not even making a coffee at home because I don't have a sink to wash it in. This is gonna be great. It's a very deep sink. I don't know if I mentioned that. The original sink wouldn't have really fit there. We could technically put it sideways, which my brother suggested, but I was like, girl. So I got a deeper sink. Prices of things are fucking insane. This sink, this tiny sink here, I think it's like a bar sink is what it's called, that was over 200 Canadian dollars. The double shallow sink of what's like the normal kind of kitchen sink arrangement, that was $99. Make it make sense. I realized I also didn't show you these fridges yesterday. Fatigue levels have been all over the place. So filming as well, I'm trying to get what I can, but I get overwhelmed incredibly easy, and I'm trying to also not be annoying to my brother and dad and everyone else helping by being like, oh, let me film it, I gotta go do a talk for, you know what I mean? So I'm trying my best, okay? Anyways, these are the fridges. So not quite as tall as a regular fridge would be, but they still have a lot of room for storage. Like, there's 3 of these drawers that you pull out. The bottom one is a little tiny bit smaller, but these 2 are like full-size drawers. And then you have your 2 open compartments here. And up here, you literally just hold this button for 3 seconds and it flips it to a freezer. This other one is the exact same thing, but it's a freezer. Absolutely wild. Oh, I'm getting a call. Yeah, they're really cool. They do have a couple of quirks that I've noticed since actually having them here. One of which is they don't have a light. Just an ideal, but it's not like the end of the world by any means. I'm sure you can also get like motion activated little LED type lights that I could pop in there. And they don't have a door. Obviously they have a door. Very obviously they have a door. I meant they don't have storage on the door. There's no door storage in the fridge. They do have doors. Certain condiments and stuff that are like tall don't really fit vertically, at least, but I do think overall it's great, especially for an apartment. Having that extra freezer space is just going to be a godsend. I'm very excited because we're doing this ourselves. That's also part of why everything is taking longer. Of course, most of it's just been me and my brother. There's really only so much you can do with that much manpower and this much work. Plus there's brains involved. Like, there's one thing to physically put that much work into it, but you also will get burnt out, especially considering he owns a business and is very busy because he owns a business. So yeah, slow and steady, which is fine. But again, having the sink is going to be really nice. I will check back in when something exciting happens, because right now we're just chilling.
Good.
Hell yeah! Woo! Sorry, I was right near here.
Sink looks good.
Yeah, it's a nice sink, isn't it? Better be for the
$230.
I bought a double one for less than that.
The double one was there for $100 bucks.
Yeah.
I told you that last night.
That one was cheaper. This was like one of the more expensive ones they had there. You want to get that square right in?
Yep.
Do you want to put the square right into the corner?
I can. Put your head.
Flip it around so you're not putting that piece that's holding out for no reason in my neck. Why don't you put that in the square? It's usually how most people would use a square.
Come on, I thought you'd enjoy it that way. So this is a hand didier, and this is a crow barrier.
Oh. Yep, she's gone. Next, my dad was back to finish up the remainder of that counter section. This little part that's missing with all the deteriorated gross wood around it, that was where their old sink was. So we were removing out the rotted wood and taking another piece of the same counter stuff to fit into that section. This countertop was made with 2 pieces of plywood glued together, also nailed or screwed into different places. So he's removing the top layer around the sink where it was corroded.
Is this an eyeliner? That's an eyeliner. That's not, oh, that's a pencil. I thought that was an eyeliner.
You thought this was an eyeliner?
I really did.
This studio sketching pencil.
Well, when I was doing my eye, that's
I told you you're getting old. You're getting old.
Oh, I didn't know my brain was working just fine.
I'll let the eyeliner you judge it.
Yeah,
And there's a back brace piece so that we can put a single piece of plywood down on top of it and it'll all be the same height.
You get more mileage from the cheap pair of sneakers. These are too long. No. I like the way that went down. Get off point. There you go. How about you then?
That's beautiful.
Is that beautiful?
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
Really?
I think so.
Okay. Which was my drill?
If you're wondering why I haven't acknowledged the dishwasher, it's because it's not actually installed. It is secondhand. That's kind of how we ended up getting a dishwasher. My dad has a rental property that he was replacing the dishwasher. He said there were no issues with it, but there was like a problem with one of the wheels or something in one of the baskets. Like really not a big deal, but part of his property is an Airbnb, and so it was just kind of like a hassle for him to have to deal with. So we picked it up and it was just super in the way. It just made sense to kind of like put it in where it was supposed to be. And also my brother could then start building out that under sink cabinet because, you know, the dishwasher size, they're not all standard, I'm pretty sure. So the dishwasher is not working. It was literally just tucked in there to be out of the way. We decided to keep the ball rolling and put up the little cabinet that's going to be on the other side of the window. We went back and forth on where exactly to put it. We figured out that there wasn't quite enough space to put both a cabinet and one of the open shelf pieces.
I mean, I can put it there, but I'm going to think like that's not there. You tell me what you think. Just move it. Can't put 2 of it, can you?
You could if we had 2 that size, but no. I mean, I don't think it looks odd per se, but like, let's just move it.
What you're saying might be like, not a sweep in your face. Like, come in for this thing. It's got to be aesthetic pleasing to you.
Now my question is, what if we went to the window?
I think they're mad.
Do you think so? No.
Oh, you get yourself crammed in.
Definitely not.
Yourself crammed in.
That one was a foul. Because of that, we didn't have it all the way over to the end of the wall, like the wall closest to the door. We did also try putting it closest to the window, and that just looked absolutely crazy. So we put it pretty much exactly where my old cabinet was, and we still have the 2 like wedge circular edge pieces that slide on top of where those little pieces of wood are. Plan was to just put this right up where the old cabinet was, bring back in the old shelves, and then I'd paint them and probably the wall all the same color as the cabinets.
Try to move it.
I'm okay.
Listen here, you're very strong.
I know.
So see if you can move it.
I don't want to.
It's a good test. You don't want to fall off the wall. Just put a little bit of movement on it. Sorry, were you?
No. I didn't need to do your tests for that though. But that's gonna be it for this video. This is the progress that we made. We're slowly getting to like the fun part, or what I think the fun part is, which is like the finishing touches, the little paint details and the trinkets that you put up and the backsplash and all that kind of stuff. All of that is in store. And as I've mentioned in the previous videos, if you're keeping up, at this point the kitchen is done and it is glorious, it is beautiful, it is magnificent. I'm obsessed. It's also really funny watching all this progress back, knowing how it all comes together, seeing the various plans that took so much time and effort that end up just completely changing. So I'm gonna repeat myself again here. Buckle up.
Buckle up.
There's a slight chance that that whole hammering the top of the countertop to get the wood for the stainless steel bit, that might have been for nothing. Yeah, stay tuned. The next installment will be out very soon. You know what to do if you want to make sure you just see it. Oh my god. Oh yeah, you can subscribe. You can turn on your notifications to be notified when I post a video if you're really that intrigued. And then also on top of it all, the cherry on top, you could give this video a little thumbs up. I'd appreciate it a whole lot. You don't have to. I really won't judge either way. I'm just happy to have you here. Why am I talking like Trump? Very good to have you here. Super stoked. Super awesome to have you guys as my audience. Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go. On that note, I gotta go. But thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping up if you have been. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I really mean it. But that's all for me. And that's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
I'm really my father's daughter. Okay. Bye. Testing. How do I do this? Do I put it up here? I see boys do that. Can I do that? That looks bizarre. Oh, she's backwards. She's back. In today's video, in today's video, in today's video, in today's video, la, 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 da, 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 da. In today's video, in today's video, in today's video. Oh my god, Kim.